A political crisis in Ondo State is yet to completely abate, as the Ondo State Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Razak Obi, has written the Deputy Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa alleging forgery of Governor Oludare Akeredolu's signature on official documents. Obi, who said this in a letter written to the Deputy Governor, dated 7th December 2023, and made a copy available to journalists in Akure, said irregularities were detected in a document returned to his ministry through the office of the secretary to the state government. He also said he had to send the signature to forensic experts to confirm its authenticity. However, he also said it had been confirmed that the suspicious signature and handwriting were forged. Charles Oludare Ojo is a political analyst, and he joins us now to discuss the power play and political crisis in Ondo State. Good to have you with us, Charles. Now, despite President Tinubu's intervention in Ondo, it will seem all is not well if current events is anything to go by. I'd like your thoughts on this.
Yes, with the latest events, it is quite frankly very, very shameful. It is. I feel ashamed as an Ondo State citizen that, somebody in the high echelons of power is going to actually attempt to forge a signature. I think this is the most boneheaded, dotish, quite frankly, moronic thing that anybody can do. And you know why? Because in the 21st century, if you are forging a written signature, what you are doing is that you are using your own hands to document your crime. The commissioner does not even need forensic experts. There are a lot of AI-powered apps right now, artificial intelligence-powered apps that will detect this in nanoseconds with unprecedented accuracy. It has been tried and tested. So I am so ashamed. I actually did write a letter to the Attorney General of the Federation, requesting investigation about the conditions surrounding Governor Akeredolu. Because in the fog of politics, the most important thing in this whole conversation keeps getting lost, which is the health care of a patriot, Governor Akeredolu. I was worried about him, and with this a new development over the past 24 hours, I guess it is reaffirming and confirming my suspicions and my anxiety about the welfare of the patriots that you are looking at right there, Governor Akeredolu. This man is a member of the INABA, is a senior advocate of Nigeria. We doctors, we have something that we do whereby we protect ourselves, we support ourselves. I feel like the legal community needs to support this man and prevent, because I believe he is being held captive by some of these cabal who are using his name. They try to create an air of what's it called, fights or discontent between him and his deputy governor when they've not even seen for months. How did they start the fight? It is just so funny. It is abusive. This is an abuse of the governor. The governor needs to be protected. He needs our love. He needs our prayers. When someone is sick, the person is in a vulnerable condition. It does not matter who that person is. And I believe that the people surrounding the governor right now are exploiting his unfortunate, situation. Instead of focusing on him getting better, I am very optimistic that, with the advances in, immunotherapies and all. If the governor has cancer, we don't know for a fact, but if he has cancer, I am very optimistic that he can recover, he can fight it, but it will be a long journey. The governor went for a short trip and came back, to Nigeria. I am worried. I want the situations surrounding that coming back to be investigated too. This is not, we are living under the rule of law, not the rule of man. So I don't even think the commissioner needed to send the letter to the deputy governor. You send it to the Attorney General of the Federation and the Attorney General of the state, because this is a crime and it should be investigated. If it is found proven to be true, someone should be prosecuted, and if found guilty, they should be incarcerated, because human beings will learn by operant conditioning. If someone can forge the signature of a governor, I think this is even akin to treason, because you are forging, assuming the position of a state to do official duties, a power that was not vested on you. The people did not vote for you. This is serious. We cannot trivialize it. We cannot sweep it under the carpet. We cannot try to placate anybody. This is not a sorry matter. We need to let human beings learn, because if we don't stop this, next time someone will forge the signature of an LD, and functioning governor. And if we don't know, someone will do it for Nigeria too. So we need to make this is very serious. I am so ashamed that this thing is happening. You know, to me, I've been trying to get, not to get distracted by the politics, but this crime, because forgery is a crime, impersonation, it is what is making me talk about it. All I've been talking about ever since is the welfare and the health of Governor Akeredolu, which is paramount in this thing, which is, the fact that his name is being dragged into this month, I think is very regrettable. I am begging and pleading to the Attorney General of the Federation, to the President, to everybody to please to protect this man, to support him, to prevent him from this exploitation. My letter was concerns about medical coercion, whether they are making him do things that he should not be doing that are detrimental to his health. Because if you look at the activities that have been going on in Ondo State, if you had common malaria, you will not even be able to carry out all those things. I mean, the governor screened and appointed 102 officials for local government. That is a whole lot of work for someone who is healthy, let alone someone who is battling a highly debilitating condition. So, it is something that we need to take seriously. But most importantly, what I don't want anybody, the whole country to, lose sight of is the health and the well-being of a patriot. Because he is alive right now, we need to make sure that he is getting the best possible health. Nigeria can be irresponsible for a lot of things, but it should not be for us to be irresponsible about the health of a sitting governor who is a patriot, who has defended the constitution, who has defended the people, who fought for Amotekun, that protected at least to a certain degree the people. So we need to not let our sight off this most important part, which is the health of Akeredolu. They need to
all right, Charles,
very
good, Charles. If I may come in again now, as you said, the allegation of forgery, which has now been confirmed through a forensic auditing, is a very grave and serious one. But let's look at the implication of this. Is this causing cracks? Is this an indication of cracks in the cabinet of those have allegiance to the governor, as it were, and the overall implication of this, briefly, please?
Yes, I believe this is definitely, there's been a gaping crack in the administration of the state for a very long time. I mean, we can't be drowning in denial and still be in denial. There's a crack. They have tried to cause an undue fissure between the governor and his assistant, which is his deputy, who is supposed to back up the governor while the governor is quietly recuperating in wherever he needs to be to get better. Now some people have gone to court to file a case that might lead to activating section 189, which is going to ultimately, if done and the governor is truly not in perfect health, will lead to the ouster of the governor, when they could do something that is a lot better, which is essentially making the deputy governor acting so that he can continue running the rules of the state while the governor recuperates or treats himself and focuses on his attention on his own health and his own well-being. So definitely this is something that is causing a lot of ruckus. Like, a lot of people in the state are worried from the people that I've been talking to. There's a lot of things that have been going on. There was palliative that was disbursed to all states after the removal of the subsidy. Ondo State has been spending money ever since, and a lot of it has been with the signature of the governor. So all these documents someone needs to investigate and go through all of them, not just the document that was sent to the Commissioner of Mineral Resources or whatever. All the documents, all the financial transactions, all the checks, they all need to be looked into, because we cannot run a state like this. We cannot run a state.
Very good.
It is not healthy.
All right.
Yes.
Transparency is key here. Charles Oludare, a geopolitical analyst, would like to thank you for your thoughts on developments in Ondo State currently.